Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing great and welcome back. So in my today's video, I'm also going to discuss about another stockbroking company called Angel One Limited. We are going to go through their results for Q4 FY26 as well as the whole year of FY26. And before we get into this results, right, I just want to point out few things. See, we need to understand this, that the stockbroking business is a cyclical business. When the market is doing well, the stockbroking business also does well. And when when there's a bear market, the stock also does not perform that well because the number of traders reduce, the people who are investing overall reduces, right? So we need to keep that in mind while looking at this results and see how things are changing, right? So if we look from the FY26 perspective, right, for the whole year, right, overall revenue, if we see, right, it has gone down to almost around 1.8% to around 5,152 crores. And if we look from the Q4 FY26 perspective, the revenue has increased by almost 38.7% to 1,487 crores, which clearly shows, right, if we because if we compare from the YY perspective, things don't look good. But if we look from the quarter on quarter perspective, right, things are changing, which clearly shows that the things are getting better, right? So in the coming quarters as well as in the coming year, if the market does well, Angel One also is going to do well. And if you look from their from the revenue perspective, if we divide it, right, if we look from the fees and commission income, last year in quarter four it was only around 711 crores, but this time it has increased to almost 1000 crores. And if you look from interest income, which comes from the margin trading facility, right, it was only around 337 crores, which has now increased to almost 455 crores, which clearly shows that the things are getting better. More and more people are trading, due to which the fees and commission are increasing. At the same time, the margin trading facility, the MTF, more and more people are utilizing it, and at the back of which the interest is also increased. And if you look at the overall PAT growth for Q4 FY26, which is quite great, it is almost up by almost 83%. Last year it was around 174 crores. This time it is around 320 crores. Obviously, from the YOY perspective, it doesn't look good because it has gone down. Because for FY25, for the whole year of FY25, the profit was around 1,172 crores. But for the whole year of FY26, it is down by almost 21.9% to 915 crores. If you look from the YOY perspective, things don't look good. But we need to understand that stock market is a forward-looking engine. It looks what is going to happen in the future, not what is going to happen in the past. And if you look at the recent result, the Q4 result, things are actually getting better. The Q4 revenue, PAT has increased by almost 83.5%, and things are looking good. So obviously, the market will reward the stock, and if it continues, the share price will also continue at the back of it. And if you look in further the details of this, right, so one of the important thing which happened in Angel One, right, which they clearly told that because of AI, right, they have done a lot of cost saving. Because what they have told in their PPT, right, that almost 33% of their emails and 18% of tickets end to end are handled by AI. There is no manual intervention, obviously, which clearly means the number of customer service people that they need are automatically reduced. And at the same time, the KYC rejection rate, which used to be at around 3.2% earlier, which by default delays the acquisition of the client, has come down to almost 0.5%, which is clearly amazing. And if you look from the client and quality engagement, their total client base has reached to almost 37.4 million, which is all growth of almost 4.7% quarter on quarter. In terms of active client market share, it is around 16.7 market share. And in terms of the engagement, right, how much the clients are, you see, it is one thing to open a account with the broker, but it's another thing the client has to deal. Only when the client is active, then only when the stockbroking company will earn the revenue, right? So in terms of whenever they acquire the new clients, so generally, their activity shifts from cash to a balanced cash and F&O by the sixth step to almost 95%. And if you look at the demographic, right, the number of the clients as well as the age of the clients, right, almost 45% of the acquisition that happens are the clients are less than 25-year-old. So that means these young people who are opening their trading account, they prefer Angel One definitely. And if you look at their revenue mix, right, so brokerage contributed to almost 61% of the total revenue in Q4 25/6. But what is and the interest income now is a massive 31% of the total gross income split. And the distribution revenue, right, which was only around 1% in Q4 of 24. It has now grown up to 3.7%. So, which clearly shows, right, that Angel One is also trying to diversify its overall revenue. They are not just trying to depend upon the fees and commission which comes from the brokerage, but they want to earn money through MTF, through distributing mutual funds, acquiring and starting their, because if you see, they have started new verticals. They have started wealth management as well as asset management company, and they have all right now around 11 mutual fund schemes live. And in terms of the revenue, right, one of the biggest revenue that comes to in terms of brokerage and commission which comes to Angel One is through F&O. Because if we see, F&O continues to dominate broking revenue, which accounts to 47%. So if they are earning 100 rupees in the in the brokerage fees and commission, almost 47 comes from the uh, F&O business, even after the ban and the bans which was laid by SEBI on the F&O and everything. There has been a slight revenue impact, but they still feel that the things are going to improve in the future. And in terms of their MTF book, right, which is now contributing to almost 31% of the overall revenue, right, it has grown up to around 54.5 billion rupees as of March, end of March 2026. And another thing which they have, the new thing that they have started is that Angel One has gone into lending also. So they are providing loans also, like personal loans and things. You might have seen, if you have an Angel One account, you might have received email or messages for personal loans and everything. So they have also started that, and because it is lending, right? NPAs are very important. It doesn't really matter how much you lend, but if the NPAs are increasing, it's a bad sign for the business. But as of now, the asset quality remains good and they are doing good. So if we look at the overall result of Angel One, right, things are definitely getting better from compared to fees and commission and in terms of interest income of MTM, as well as the new vertical, which is asset under management as well as wealth management, have started contributing it, and they are trying to diversify it. So let's continue following the business and see how well they do. And if we are getting into the bull market area and things get better, then the company is also going to do well. And I personally believe, right, that within the stockbroking industry in the coming years, when the bull market will be there, right, there will be multiple, I would say there will be quite a few stockbroking company which will become multi-bagger. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you and God bless you.